All right, I'm glad that I caught that because that would have not worked. So, hello everyone, welcome back to Ethlor Plays Go, and today we'll be playing on GoPanda. Unfortunately, I'm uh, playing as a one don, even though I'm a bit rusty. So we'll see how this goes. But basically, what I've been doing is I've been playing a lot of blitz games, and what I've been finding is that okay, this is an interesting move. What I've been finding is that I've been playing very overly aggressively lately, which isn't my usual modus operandi because I'm usually a bit more of a passive player traditionally. But uh, yeah, I've been finding that in my recent games I've been very, very aggressive. So my idea is to play against more passive players. I mean, obviously with S17, maybe not quite as passive, but in that idea to try and get myself to chill out a bit, especially with longer games. You have more time to think about what you're doing, and so you'll tend to chill out a bit. So yeah, I'll just keep going. So I guess I'm wondering about extending or pincering or taking the corner here. The corner is usually not. It is like I think like after AI, we're not as weird about letting them have the corner. So part of me wants to play there. I guess I will just to keep it simple. I think you could pincer on the outside, but then they'll just take the corner, and then yeah, it's a bit of a good position. So this way, okay, fine. I have a strong group. They have a strong group, and we can just go from there. I'm not sure about pincering here. It's what I really want to do because technically, like you would want to come here and then they'd hane and then you extend, and that shape is good for you. But um, I mean, I guess it's good for them as well. But I guess if I pincer, they can just jump out, right? So I guess let's just play it. Why not? It can't be bad for white to just respond to this. So we'll just go ahead with that. I hope that the volume isn't too loud. We have pretty strong shape here, so I'm going to hane. But I hope the volume is okay. I hope it's hard for me to tell. I guess as I'm getting more into this, we'll figure it out. So this shape is really strong, so I'm really not afraid of black. So I'm gonna just, I mean, I can just Atari down or just extend here, or just come this way. But I think this allows black to come out, so I want to put more pressure on black. So I'm going to do this Atari. I hope this isn't one of those games where I blunder at the very start and then it becomes a very, very short game. But I think white should be okay. Okay, so they play here, and I think the issue is that I can just cut the stone right away. So if I play here, they descend, they play here, they descend, and then here. The issue is then Atari, they turn and come over here, but I don't think that's going to work. So what if I net this way? So if I here, they poke out here, Atari. So I think I'll just play here. This looks okay. I don't want to win my first game back because I'm not. Oh my god. Okay, so this is exceedingly good for white. Um, I guess I'll keep the pressure up by keeping this pincered. But this is excellent because now I've broken out into the center. This is a bit crazy. I was meant to play against non-crazy opponents. What's going on? So I want to play here and just like separate these two. But I think what I don't like is that it keeps the connection to the stone weak. So I think I'll just play on the bottom here and see what happens. I guess the key is to keep connected. And I guess I'll just connect solidly here, and then black is the one who's a little bit thin. Yeah? And then, I mean, I guess I can capture this stone, but what for? And, okay, so let's just say that black is out into the center, and we can just Tanuki, because whatever. So I guess there's this group over here. Um, I guess I can make this exchange, and then I guess the normal follow-up would be to come here, to kind of like threaten to come down. But I don't want to expand in the center necessarily. So I think like just playing on the side here, just to make sure he can't do much with this. That's probably an easy way to play. So I suppose either maybe just playing on the fourth line a little bit like this. Okay, playing here is very, very passive, I think. It's very close to thickness, so I really don't like this for black. And I guess if I can just easily settle, then I can just do that. Meanwhile, I can try and maybe Hane on attach here and then come this way, and then maybe that. Yeah, let's just do that because it allows me to make the shape that I want more easily. I guess my only issue is if black doesn't do that, but this is just one stone, and I can easily play flexibly around it. So we'll just play this way. Yep. So now I have nice base. Maybe we can play once over here, twice. Maybe it's a bit over-concentrated, so maybe don't want to push too much. This is not as good because even if you take my base away, I'm still strong, so I would rather get the Hane over here. And then double Hane. Which is perhaps a bit aggressive of me, but at the same time, black has issues. So I'll just play this way. There's still problems inside, yeah. Like, I can still play this Hane here, or whatever. Play here, and then can I just net this? So, here, net, here, here, here. Yeah, that looks like a net to me, so I'll just net this stone. Once again, this is incredibly good for white. This is just not that important, I think. I guess the only thing is making sure that the stone stays captured. So I can play over here, or I can just, like, capture the stone, which I think I'll just do. So white has a strong group, and black is just... I don't even know what black is doing. This is incredibly small, like the stone is not worth anything. So I'm going to play on this side of the board now. Yeah, this is a way you can play. I want to come into the corner, but it doesn't really do much. I guess the issue is that we want to be able to pressure this group later if we want. But I guess for now we'll just play a move. Something like this. Here. I mean, if black cuts, then what can they do? I mean, they'll just extend and they'll just press on me. So if I just come this way, then nothing to worry about. I guess here, here, here. So Hane, cut, extend, Hane. But then if I have this stone, there isn't much that he can do. Right? It was this one here, right? This one maybe trying, but it can't. So yeah, I'll just come this way. Just make territory, no big deal. Yeah. And then maybe like on the inside or here. So white has a nice corner. They're not surrounded. I guess black has these stones out here. There's this kick, but I don't know, like, I think I'd rather come this way. But, because if I stand here, then what am I really getting from that? You know, I can just ignore, and black can come again, and then whatever. So, I think what I really want is to try and... I guess I shouldn't get too greedy about trying to develop this area, because black can just invade anyway. So... just play here. I guess what I'm wondering is here. So this one, this one, this one. I guess the challenge is like this. I'm wondering. I want to try and like remove the base from this group a little bit. I'm not really sure about standing because that's like the most like obvious thing to do. But it just seems like there are other things you want to do on this board. But I guess if I stand, then I can get this move later and try and like come at this attachment or this to space here. But I don't know. I'm not so worried about it. So I would much rather just do something around here, I guess. So I think that's what I'll do. Just keeping in mind that this group is not super strong. That's really interesting that he tries to invade now. And I guess the just keep it disconnected and see what happens. Because uh I mean, like the usual thing is to try and like pincer whatever, but there's no need, and capping isn't going to work. I guess we should keep careful, keep be conscious about this group as well. It's not the strongest, so and I guess black can't connect or do anything in one move. I mean, there once again no capping, that doesn't make sense. And if I play here, they jump out. I play here, you know. You can also play here Hane cut, and there's this interesting cross-cut shape when you have these ones knight moves away from it. So here cut this way, but then I think like it never quite works the way how I want, and this group is kind of weak. So I let's just keep this strong. I love how I've been playing online and I've been like very overly aggressive, but I don't feel I've been very overly aggressive in this game, which is a bit interesting. Okay, I can try and like remove his base because I guess like the thing is he wants me to respond and then he'll like play over here or something. Um, and what I don't like about this is that it feels super dense and I'm not likely to be surrounded anytime. But I guess it. And then if I play down here, yeah, it keeps him unsettled. So I'll just play this one. I don't know. I feel like I'm playing a bit differently than I usually do, and so I don't know if it's good or not. I guess we'll see in the review. But so far, it feels like a very easy game. Although I guess one thing to be conscious of is that maybe I don't have a lot of points because, for instance, like I'm strong here, but I haven't made points. If I play this one, plays here, Atari's no problem, so I'll just come out. Yeah. I guess like maybe try and playing in here, but I don't think it works once connections are too strong. And the key is I don't want to let him connect with this group, so I'm just gonna break through over here. Although, am I helping him? Because he can just extend, right? Extend, extend. Of course, that's not what he does, so we're gonna cut. And then we'll see what he does. But it's good. It's good that this group is under more pressure. So I'm happy about that. I guess the thing is to make sure this group here doesn't get too weak. Mm-hmm. The Atari. And then I guess we can Atari this way. Try and connect. Can't. Of course, he won't allow that. And then I think I like this move because then it follows up with this and like slowly is getting weak in here. But I think if I play this one, it's very obvious, and then it's all very obvious. So I guess just connect and be safe, and then I'll get this Hane in a second. And if I don't, then I can play in here. Because if I would play the other jump, then after he plays, then I would have to respond. So, okay, let's Hane. I don't see a problem with Hane. Luckily, I captured the stone earlier, so I'm quite strong. I guess like I made this group over here thinking that the strength and descent would pay off. So here's the thing, is like, is this a vital point? Can I just like make his? Can I just like I shouldn't play inside if I don't have to, but it looks like an annoying vital point, so I'll play it. I guess what I'm trying to learn from my previous games is that you I think what I've been doing, like, I feel like I've been too desperate to try and kill recently. That's always something that I notice happens when you're back from the game from a hiatus. You always like somehow you're like I think like whenever I'm back from a break, I always play like very well in my first couple of games. Like I just trash my opponents, and then there's something about like just having oh, this is an interesting move. It totally works. So the thing is like I trash my opponents because you just have like a clear mind. So you just play very I just play very well in my first game back, and then somehow like as I continue to play, like the greed sets in, and I play it way worse. Uh, so I guess the thing is, what I'm thinking is that if I do this Atari, there's this obvious Atari here and capture these stones, and then if I play over here, like I guess the issue is I just have to play solidly here, and then we'll see what he does because. But he hasn't responded, so even if he makes an I can play H18 and I get more points, or remove points from him. And I mean, I'm, of course, being a bit presumptive, saying that it's him, but in any case, I should say they. But let's see. The point is that it's just about what happens with this stone now. Like this was a nice cut by Black. That's pretty cool. Um, but yeah, so my typical thing at the moment is that I'm now it's my first couple of games back. I get very cocky and then I play like really aggressively, and so that's why I'm on GoPanda now to try and chill out a bit because I think like what I was doing in the past is I was alternating between um the servers and I would play on all of them like equally. And so what I'm thinking now is maybe that's not the best thing to do because it's true that the different Go servers have different styles and you want to leverage that. And so but I think like what I'm going to try to do now is like focus on some of them specifically. Like, oh, I need to play more calm, so I'm gonna go play where the calm players are. Or oh, I need to play more aggressively, and so I'm gonna go play where the aggressive players are. And I wonder if this will help to like because I think like what I've been learning um, in general is that if you want to get better at something, you should focus on something. You should focus on what you're bad at, and that's like deliberate practice. Okay, it makes sense, but um, I think like in my previous Go training, I haven't been very disciplined is not the right word, but I haven't been very focused. So let's just capture the stone. And the issue here is that um, if I just play here, I think he's dead. Because if he captures, then I just connect. And then he can't make two eyes. And this stone is dead, so I'm always connected here. And then even if he chases me into the center, I have groups out here. So I'm going to play here. Yeah. And like, now what? Like, this isn't an eye. Let me think. I'm just wondering, like, can he make another eye? No, actually, because like I'm just very, very strong at the moment. So I'll just connect, be strong. Like they're not putting enough. Like they're somehow not putting enough pressure on me. I don't know. This is not right. I should be losing this game. I shouldn't. I shouldn't be. So what if I play over here? I like it because then I can get rid of this eye as well. There's only one eye in here. So I just have to not make a simple mistake, which I do all the time because I lack game experience. And then I'll win, and I don't want to win. I should lose. I'm not good at this game right now. I'm being thrashed on OGS. Just please, like is it because of like I don't know. I that in my last game there was somebody who was sandbagging and I reported them. So uh, there was something to be said about that. Like I know that Bats when he plays, he always checks people's uh I can just Tanuki now, can't I? But he always checks people's ratings because people just sandbag all the time. So here, how can black live? So this is never an eye. Like you need to play here, and you need to get both of these moves actually. Like I can just play here, and that's never an eye. So, and I'm connected. I'm safe. I'm safe everywhere. The least safe thing is this group. So I can just like take territory because if he makes an eye here, I falsify it. This is never an eye. This is never an eye. There's nothing in here. There are no cuts. White's shape is strong. There is nothing black can do. I should just Tanuki. Um, and then it's just this group. Yeah, okay, they resigned because yeah, this is just wow. I can't believe I won that game. That's crazy. Okay, I guess we review and then I'll see you all in a second. Just had a look through the game. It was a pretty simple one, to be fair. Hopefully the sound is working. Let me just check it. Yeah, looks good. Um, so it all makes a lot of sense until about here, and that's okay. Here, this is the issue. So here, this move is just a little bit too aggressive, and the reason why is because white's not as strong on the inside as you might think. So if black extends down, now white has two choices. You can block it A or B. And so of course we want to block it A. It's the strongest move. But the issue is that the I guess like the issue is I would just have to be able to read this out. Like here, these two stones are kind of short in liberty. So what happens is if I want to play this move, then this doesn't work. Which means I need to play something like this. Black can make this exchange, and then here, and then I run out of liberties. And so actually, my move is an overplay. So, okay, you can't play. Well, what about something? I mean, okay, so black can just play here, and if white blocks this way, it's the same story. So, can't do either of these things. So, black needs to come over here, then here, and then what if like white can try and attack? But then once again, we can make this exchange and then play here, and then white doesn't have two eyes and black is out. So white is dead. So this doesn't work either. So white doesn't have time to play a move like this. White even needs to defend here or something along these lines, and then it's black's move. So is this still a good position for white? Sure. Like I guess I'd rather take white instead of black because this group is weak. It has this exchange here, and white is kind of on the outside. But it's not all as straightforward as you might think. So this is what I mean about being overly aggressive, where um, I think that I'm stronger than I am in terms of um, in terms of the position. So I thought that this group was quite thick, but actually, this shape here, where there's this peep here, like that's already quite annoying, and it's not so like if black comes down here and is able to turn here, then this actually becomes like a substantial issue. And I wasn't able to see this, so um, yeah, this is the problem that I'm dealing with right now. So even if I won this game, this shows the issue that I'm dealing with. And but of course, if black is going to play this and let me connect, then okay, fine, none of that applies. So what it seems to me is that Black actually sent messages to me after the game saying like, "Oh, you play too slow," and I was like, "It's GoPanda. I have time on the clock. Like, what do you want from me?" They were like, "Oh, you play too slow," and I was like, "You were also dead with a massive group. Like, sorry." Like, they told me to go away, and then I said like, "Okay, fine. Have a nice day." So, uh, always enjoy a bit of trash talk. But anyway, so I think so. The point is that Black is a kind of like player who plays on very fast like blitz games. So they're the kind of player I'm playing against on OGS. But the difference is that I have more time now, and so I can just relax and think about it as opposed to just like rubbing my face against the board. So okay, we play here, and then I Tanuki because what to do. And yeah, I guess that makes sense. It also makes sense why they would play a move like this because this is really small. So, but of course, if they're an aggressive player, then they don't have a sense of what's big on the board. So okay, fine, fair enough. So the point isn't to belittle them for the kind of slow play. the point is that they're really good at fighting, and if I'm not careful, they can totally trash me. As like they could have trashed me really badly. As I mentioned, it can be one of those games where you like resign at the start, and they just missed their opportunity. So yeah, that can totally happen. So here, double Hane, no problem, and then I just captured the stone. What I was looking at, was this. So, eventually you can just do this and it's a loose net and nothing works. So I guess you can try and like here, sorry. So like this. Okay. So maybe it's not so easy. This is what I was reading out. How do I deal with this? So maybe I can connect this way. And then if they try and do something like this, oh, that's not nice either. So maybe I do that a step earlier. And then let's see. Can be. Yeah, I think that makes sense. So the issue, I didn't expect. I actually didn't see this in the review. You can see this is a new branch. I hadn't commented this. So it's. Can I just ladder? So here, this. Uh, Yeah, the ladder works. So I should just play the ladder instead. I got a bit too fancy, and so of course, like capturing the stone is really really small. The stone doesn't matter, and now black invested all these moves here. So like, can we do like a Tawari analysis very fast? So like, imagine that black had, I don't know, imagine black had one, and then I played two, and now black plays, I don't know, this contact move, and now white plays away. I mean, yeah, and white stops responding. Now black plays here and here. So like 5 and 6 make absolutely no sense. So this is really slow. Um, yeah. So that's why it's so bad. So here, and the AI also agrees to just play here. It thinks this is a bit slow, but the point is that you don't have to respond here, so that's fine. And then here, it actually prefers to play something more like this, and then maybe like black will try and cut or whatever. So all good. Uh, and then there's this exchange and this cut, and I was wondering what would happen if white just keeps pushing like this. This doesn't look, I don't know, it doesn't look so great. I don't think I checked it on AI Sensei, but yeah, there was this cut, and then here the AI prefers I respond here because it's the key point of the shape, and then if black tries to come out this way, then white can just capture the stone, and then or white is connected. I guess black can try. No, black can't try. They don't have enough liberties, so yeah, no good. Here, and then yeah, I needed to respond, and I'm really proud of myself actually for finding H18 because it's just so easy to say like, oh yeah, I'm gonna respond, and then black plays here, and then is black. So I guess the issue is that this eye here. So if I play this honey in here, then black can try and make an eye this way, and then here, and then yeah, I can't stop the second eye or stop this half eye from becoming an eye. So like this. So I mean that dead shape was also two eyes in itself. So if I had this is the thing is that black is one of those players who plays very fast, and so of course they expect me to respond, but what if I don't? Because I have more time to think about it. So yeah, then the game just ended because they had this huge group. And yeah, that's basically the point of the game. I think that the main thing for me is to be careful. Like like this reading out these kinds of nets is not always as easy as you might think. And then here, like I shouldn't play this move, and I need to find some kind of way to make sure that I know that this group isn't. So here, like I'm gonna try and make a problem out of this, and then we'll see if I can have a number of problems like this, and then maybe I'll learn. But anyway, that's this game for now. If you want any game reviews, then feel free to email me. I'll leave an email in the doobly doo, and yeah, I'll review your game for you. I'll post it up on the channel, and otherwise, yeah, thanks a lot for watching, and go check out my other videos, and like, rate, comment, subscribe, whatever, and I'll see you in the next video.